draw card to living on Truwana, Cape Barren Island, for me was coming back on country to live back on our land. We'd fought for it all our lives and it was returned to us in 2005, and it was really important as an outcome of that fight to come home and live on country. Out of city life, out of the system. The Truwana Ranges were established in 2016. It gave us the opportunity to manage our own land again. And we do a lot of land management practice right across Cape Barren in lots of different ecosystems. So on Cape Barren you've got heathlands, dry forest, wet forest, lagoon systems, rainforest, all our shoreline and beaches and all the animals within those systems. We're custodians of this land and we need to be responsible in retaining that healthy country for future generations. We don't want any fish farming in any of our waters out here. We get currents and that come from the east, from the north, from the south and from the west. And they all intermingle all through the islands here. We're already seeing some differences and changes here with warmer waters moving south and bringing different species down. And we've got to deal with those into the future. That's beside someone wanting to introduce a species into these waters. That's going to be a nightmare for all the food chain within this system. It's the impact of all the other species surrounding those pens. They just shouldn't be there, full stop. It's all about the mighty dollar. Aboriginal people have always followed the seasons and are deeply connected to country. You know, a wattle might flower, that tells us when a particular fish is around, or when the mutton birds have come home. So there's signs within all those systems that connect up that tell us stories. And that's all in the land and sea. Another important thing out here for us is our mutton bird rookeries. Mutton birding is a very important cultural practice for our people. And Barren Island is one of the biggest mutton bird rookeries in the world. We're going to be losing them, like we're currently losing seals, you know, getting caught up in those pens and what have you. It has an impact on everything, I think, yeah. When our land was returned, we got rights to, I think it's 15 metres above the high tide mark. We would have liked to have seen our land extend out past the intertidal zone to the low tide zone, because that intertidal zone is very culturally significant for our people. That's where we get all our shellfish for eating, all our shells that we use in our shell making practices are all within that zone. You've got a lot of plant species also that we rely on to eat, you know. That all grows in those coastal areas. All the sea grasses that, you know, young fish and that are breeding and growing in, they'd be devastated by all that crap. It's almost like they're running out of land and now they're going to take the sea off us. So we'll be going through the whole same process, losing our land, having to protest and kick up to get our land back. The same's going to be happening to our sea. We've got no water rights in this state at all, even on our own land. For Aboriginal people, there's no separation from land to sea country to sky country to even what's down underneath. And if we start mucking around with that system, it's going to have an impact on all those. So we don't want anyone coming here consulting with our community here, because it's a no before they even land here. It's our responsibility as Aboriginal people to hand our culture, our country, our whole being onto our next generation. Please don't support fish farming in any shape or form. It doesn't belong here.